Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Is there an echo?
No. Ridiculous. I swear. Yeah. I don't know what it is about every time that I plug mine in that it just cuts out all sound, period.
I know. It's weird. Okay.
Okay.
Well, we should just learn our lesson. The only people that can ever plug in are Jared or I.
Yes. Sounds
Okay.
good. Uh-oh, we lost him.
He's joining and leaving, joining and leaving. He said his was giving him trouble.
He can't decide if he actually wants to stick around. Okay.
So, Melissa, that question you got correct that I got wrong?
Yes.
Do you remember what you did?
Yes.
Oh, you okay?
You're there.
Anyway,
It's not like that.
yeah, it wasn't.
Okay. What did I do? So basically, because it said that because they told us what the t-score or the area, what is it?
P-value?
Yes. What the p-value was when it was greater than. So I just took that same p-value, put it in the area spot, and then did the two entails.
So, and then you got the little number that was at the end of that?
Yes, because then it changed the p-value, and that's what I did.
Yeah, that's what confused me. I didn't know you could do that, I think. That you could plug it in and then let it change based on what you...
I guess because you kept saying, they're giving you the information already, so then I figured, well, why change anything?
Yeah, you were smart.
Well, in that one instance, but...
Is it still echoing?
A little bit.
It's not bad, though. I think if it's not bad, we should just keep with it, and yeah, we'll work with it.
Yep.
But if it's to an inaudible point, then what is this? Then yeah. So okay. So with this lesson, I mean, I don't know. I felt like they were a little more vague in terms of what information goes where. The actual lesson itself is pretty self-explanatory. You just plug in the information and get the numbers. But I don't know. Because I would get the graph just fine, and then after that, when you had to create the two different groups and when you had to get the separate information, I mean, the way that I ended up getting it was to manually take the information and separate the two groups in the SPSS and to create a new column. I don't know. Whenever I tried, I don't know.
Yeah, it was a little bit more steps inside SPSS.
Yeah.
I just felt like I was doing it the long way because I couldn't get the answers doing it their way.
Gotcha.
Because I was messing something up.
So can you guys just help me with one thing really quick?
Yeah.
And we'll go on. In the individual preparation, or whatever, the actual textbook, or, text.
Uh-huh.
I'm just getting it back open. But there was a part about I think it was question 12. I'm just scrolling down. Ugh, so annoying.
I know.
During the World Series, so it was just, anytime I have to use that graph, I just need a little bit of help. So number 11 on the section about the World Series, not World Series, soccer, World Cup, maybe?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Just when it
The
said,
heart attack one?
yeah, the heart attack
Yeah.
one, question 11. So I got every other one right, and then when it says find the p-value and compare it to the level of significance, my little p-value was nowhere near that. So I just
Yeah,
do not know how to figure that out.
Yeah, I was kind of struggling with that one as well. I'm not gonna lie.
So
Yeah, I
you
was
didn't-
watching the video on it, and I just couldn't. I don't know. Maybe he was talking too fast or something, but I just didn't understand it.
Because question 10, when it shows the solution,
The echo is crazy. It shows that little graph and says to mark the test statistic and p-value on a graph of the sampling distribution. And then it says to find the p-value. So I know that's just finding the area, but every time I put it in, it did not come up with that answer.
Okay. So let's see. Okay, so they say that the t-value or the z-value in the picture, let's see, 4.6170.
Yeah.
Hold on. Because, here you go to my bookmarks here. Normal probability applet. Okay. 4.10. Okay, so 4.617. Okay, so it takes you all the way out there, and then.
Okay, you guys, I had put a question about that one on open questions for week 6.
Oh yeah, what do you say?
So what I asked him was, how do you find the p-value? Do you use the applet? I can't seem to get the same answer as the textbook. And he said, that is a tough one, and it's time to figure out.
What?
Essentially, it is as follows. Since it is a two-tailed test and not a one-sided test, you have to have an area where you reject at both the upper and lower end of the curve, obviously.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, you need to have a rejection of 0.025 on each end, as opposed to having a rejection region of 0.05 on one end. I have no idea what he's talking about.
That just sounds like gibberish.
This means you need to double the one. So you just have to double the given one-sided p-value.
Okay. Yeah. Well, because they kind of said that. Remember in the.
Oh no, he's answering my question about the one that I missed on the test.
Oh.
Is that what you do? You doubled the one-sided p-value? 0.806 was the answer you got.
Mhm.
Anyway, sorry, I thought that was going to help us with this one, but.
You mean the one that none of us knew?
Yeah, but you got it right and I got it wrong.
Right, because you kept saying, because we had to do the alternative hypothesis, in which case you said if it's not equal to, if it's equal, the opposite would be not equal to, and you said when it's not equal, you have to shade both the outer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess I did double it, essentially.
Okay.
Multiplied it by 2.
All right. So you guys, do you know how to figure out the right answer for number 11 on the textbook today?
No.
I don't remember.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm
Well, I
telling you
guess
that
we
right now. So we'll probably all just have to figure it out as we go along.
Okay.
It's not the most comforting thing to say, but I'm sure we'll figure it out.
At some point it'll make sense.
I sure hope so.
Do you guys want to start the quiz for the
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
it. Let's do it.
Oh, hold up. Let's not get hasty here. Before we do that, can we go over the steps of what the heck they're talking about? Because I know that first they tell you to get the graph, so you get the graph fine. I know how to do all that. And then after that, when they're doing the automatic recode, So I go to the automatic recode, and then you put in the general information, right?
So here's what I do. Automatic recode. You want to put in the group, whatever the group is. So in the one that we just did of the class where they try to find out the salary,
Right.
you put gender and put it over to the variable.
So, okay, in terms of the World Cup heart attacks,
Oh, World Cup. Let me pull that one up.
so let's see, automatic recode. Ugh, I've already done it, dang it. I did it twice. Okay, so whatever, so I take that over.
So the only part, if you're doing automatic recode, you always want to find what it is that, like the group or that you have in common. So for the two different variables. So in this case, it's the two different time periods.
So maybe I was just putting in the wrong information.
Yeah, or if it was
Because I think I was putting in the because I put the heart attack in the top variable, and then in the bottom one I put the time period.
Yeah.
And then I felt when I did the whenever I got to where is it? Whenever I did the independent samples t-test, with that one, it's like it came up mostly empty, and then there were like 2 bits of information.
So for the independent t-test, you need to do the thing like the heart attacks.
Right.
And then underneath and under the grouping variable, you do the grouping, the code file.
Right.
That you had just done.
Uh,
Does that make sense?
yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see if I can.
We can show you as we go if there's a question about it on this
Yeah.
Okay.
test.
Let's do that. Well, it's just annoying because I haven't had an issue up until now. I'm like, oh, do not need this. Okay. So I guess are we starting the group quiz then?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Let's hop to.
Mine's loading right now.
Okay.
Do we need any SPSS file or anything?
I would think probably if
They
we've
didn't
been using
say
it thus far.
Yeah, but like there isn't a file we can download or anything.
I don't know. Yes. So we have 14 questions today.
Yeah, we're gonna have to input our own.
I have 16 on mine.
What? Well, yeah, I mean it is 16,
Oh,
but the first 2 don't really count.
Okay. So what requirements must be checked? Conducting a hypothesis test.
2 means with independent. Wait, hold on. What requirements must be checked when conducting a hypothesis test comparing 2 means with independent samples? So a sample must be drawn from each population, right? And X is normally distributed, right? So A and B?
Yeah,
So
there's
the last
supposed to be
one?
3, but
Well, they talked about in this lesson plan, or in this lesson, they just specifically said the 2.
Oh, I thought
So
the
in
samples had to be independent, but that's probably just fine. Yeah, A and B.
Yeah. All right. The test statistic for a hypothesis test comparing 2 means with independent samples isn't it a t-score?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It says statistic.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So 2 are independent if, big if.
Knowing which subjects in group 1 tells you nothing
Yeah, the second
about
one.
subjects in group 2.
All right. Oh, okay. Now we gotta put all this information in.
Okay. Put it in there.
Okay. Okay, yeah, whatever. Okay, so...
All right, and then let's walk through this step by step and we try to find these answers and things.
Yes, that would be great. Okay, variable
Okay, so what is the degrees of freedom?
So we got to do... Okay, so wait, when they ask that though, do we have to do the chart where we combined the means or from the last lesson? You know what I'm saying?
I read it. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay, because you know how before the difference, are we supposed to find the difference and then find the dependence mean or freedom from that?
The degrees of freedom is always like it's been figuring it out for us.
Right. But remember how in the last lesson we had to find the different, we had to create a difference column?
No,
So
we
do
haven't
we have
done
to?
that for this.
Well, I didn't know if they were trying to have us. Okay.
Build on it from last week.
Exactly.
Oh.
Okay, so what are we supposed to do then?
Because and otherwise, I mean, are we supposed to find two different? Why can I never remember the D? What's the D?
The degree.
Okay, I can only remember freedom. Okay.
Whoa.
What? Okay.
Sorry.
So I don't even remember how to do that. Oh my gosh. Oh. How do we compute the difference again?
Do we have to do that right now?
No.
I don't know. I was just curious. So how are we figuring this out then?
Transform compute variable. Okay, let's see.
Sorry, it's taking me a second to get mine going.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Okay, so what is the degree of freedom? So when we do the degree with both of those groups, or just one of
See,
them?
that's what I was asking. Do we have to have two numbers or just one? Because if it's just one, then I would think we'd have to find that third column, the difference between the two.
Let me see. I'm looking at the SPS instructions right now.
Because I know they didn't say anything about it in this lesson, but...
But you still sometimes have to do that.
Exactly.
Let me read what this says again. Yeah.
So standard deviation for list 2. So let's do that. The command should work. Okay. Standard deviation 206.
So in order to get degrees of freedom, you have to run a t-test. So all we have to do is, I guess we'll have to do the difference because it doesn't have the third factor. Yeah.
So we do have to do the difference.
Let me see. I don't know.
Let's see. Compute. Dadgummit. Okay, never mind.
Compute variable.
Yeah, so compute variable. Then do we do the second one minus the first one, right?
Usually.
Yeah.
Well, because I was looking at the homework or the information, it said the first one minus the second one, which kind of confused me.
Okay, so we do need the difference then, right?
Well, let's just do it because it takes 2 seconds and then see what we get.
Okay, so I have my difference.
Okay, so I'm doing the second variable minus the first one.
Yep.
That's what I did. So Rexburg minus Idaho Falls.
Yeah, I suppose so. So wait, we have, okay, so now we have the difference. So now to find, go to analyze, compare means. And so you said we have to do the independent sample t-test or the sample t-test?
Must be one. No, that's not one sample.
It's the independent sample. But then,
Yeah, but, whoa, my gosh.
You have to have a grouping variable.
Yeah.
so I think we have to go back and do some kind of group code. Like if you go back to the
We do. So
Right.
we have to go to transform and the automatic recode.
Yeah, but what are you automatically recoding?
We have to do what we had before, variables 1 and 2. I don't know which one. Oh, for Pete's
Okay,
sake.
it shows like a different like box or whatever. It's like red circle dot.
Hmm.
So Carrie, do you know what we're supposed to do?
So I'm just looking. It's so weird.
I don't even know. Okay, back to the drawing board.
So what degrees of freedom? What is that? Is that a sample then?
They didn't really go over degrees of freedom very in depth.
I think it's a paired sample. No, it's
I
not.
think it is. So degrees, the exact shape of the distribution depends on a parameter called degrees of freedom. The degrees of freedom is related to sample size. As sample size goes up, so does the, okay.
Yeah,
the
all
degrees of freedom.
degrees of freedom is number minus 1.
Yeah, pretty much. And then, yeah, that's exactly what it said. So I'm
so weird. It's like it's not even anything about what we've been doing.
I know. Well, because now we have 2 sets of data, and I just.
Okay, so let's think about this data. Is the data independent or is it dependent?
Independence is 2 different offices.
Yeah. One is not dependent on the other. They're just observations being compared.
And then when before we I can't even handle this. I hear
Going. And I hear everything Jared's saying twice too.
What? I can barely hear it.
It's like echo.
Oh man, this is too much tonight. It's too much.
So Melissa, you have to do all the talking because you're the only one not echoing.
Yep. Honestly.
So figure this out. I'm just kidding.
What? Well, I was just thinking, let's skip it, work on everything else, because the next question is so much easier right now. It's asking what the standard deviation is. So for the second list. So, and I already found it, or at least that's what I found. So I say we move forward and then go back to it. Maybe
you'll figure it out.
A fresh perspective afterwards, because I think if we keep racking our brains, then yeah, we're not going to get anything done. So for the list 2, I found the standard deviation or the sample deviation to be 206.637.
Let me check.
Yeah, me too.
You guys come up with? 206.637?
Yes.
Okay, cool, me too.
Okay, the next one is, what is the test statistic? So I can only think that we'd have to do this based on, how did we do this the last time?
If that test statistic, then that would just be the difference, right?
Right. But when you find the blah blah blah, the t statistic, don't you have to put in a certain variable like 0 or?
So maybe let's wait. If it's independent variables and it's test statistic, then we have to do the
Test? Don't we have to do a test value?
A one test sample or whatever.
So is there anything to recode?
I don't think so.
So we don't need to worry about that.
I don't think so.
So then if you go to analyze, compare means, independent samples t-test, what do you put in as a grouping variable?
0.
The difference?
I would think the difference. Okay, but do we need to be doing grouping or are we finding the t of the difference, or are we?
I know. Are we doing it of group 1, group 2, or I mean, is the difference even necessary?
Okay, because I was thinking use the one. Oh gosh, the one t-test. I mean, I know it's. But then with the one t-test, then you have to put in a test variable. So we'd have to pick one specific number, and I don't know if that'd be 0 or if that'd be. Why is this so ridiculous?
Okay, let's try the one sample t-test and just put the difference in.
Okay, so analyze, compare means, go to one test sample. So we're using the difference. And then what number do we put for the test value?
Oh.
See, that's what I don't know.
Because they're equaling each other.
Exactly.
This
So
is clearly
then,
not the right one.
yeah, so that's the only problem with that one. So it would have to be the independent sample t-test sample.
Unless, yeah, well, the only thing you could do is, no, that doesn't make sense.
What about the paired samples t-test?
Where did we learn that one?
Did we
Yeah.
learn about that yet?
No, I don't know. This is already too much.
I just did
And that's-
a sample test and he came up with something, but
Well, this is for questions 6 through 11, so that's a good chunk of it.
yeah.
Okay. Hold on. What is the sample deviation? Okay, what is the test statistic? What is the p-value? Okay, yeah, but we can't figure any of this out until we figure out.
Yeah, because once
We don't even know what kind of graph to do here.
Exactly.
Or chart.
Well, I was-
the whole thing, all the answers will be there. We just gotta figure out what numbers to plug in.
Oh.
That is so weird.
Can I just write in 100%? Call it good. I don't think we've ever had this much trouble.
So, paste these guys into a blank SPSS sheet. The data represents a simple sample of dental bills at a dentist or dental calls in an office in Rexford.
Yes. The null hypothesis is the means of 1 and 2 are equal, and the alternative is that the first mean is less than the second mean, with the level of significance 0.10. So what did we do? Just curious. So what did we do on the last homework to figure this out? Because
Okay, should we like go on to the lesson 3 part in the book, lesson 13, I mean, and just go down and follow the SPSS steps and try to figure it out that way?
well, I guess we could. I have it open.
Because it's saying like in step 4, there are 2 requirements that need to be checked when conducting a hypothesis test for 2 means with independent samples. So that's what we have. We have two independent samples.
Yes, we do.
Statistic for a hypothesis test comparing two means with independent samples is a T. You will use software to rest of the hypothesis test with two means independent samples. I mean, we could just figure that out. The grouping and everything.
Right. So let's try and just follow, like you said, what the text says. So here it says we can make the graph. So I'm just starting from the beginning. So let's see, graphs.
Oh, yeah. 3, that you're looking at?
I'm looking at the steps. So right now I'm at step 3, and I'm just starting from the beginning. So they said define the graph. What? Okay, my graph looks 10 kinds of jacked up. Serious. Mine does not even resemble a histograph remotely. Because I went to the histogram, and then for variable 1, I put variable, or for the top one, I did variable 1, and then for the row, I did variable 2.
Yeah, but that's not what you're trying. You're trying to put the
Right.
two.
Are we? Oh gosh.
Yeah, 'cause I thought you did.
Well, I know, but I was just starting out from the beginning. So in the beginning, they say, here, make a graph of the two separate lists of information. Now, from that, do this. So I guess it then says to go to the automatic recode. So we'll do transform automatic recode. Fine. Then...
Yeah, but
What?
Because like the automatic like the group is like it doesn't look like a
Right.
group, it looks like three dots.
I don't know.
Look at the pictures. It looks different.
Right. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Okay, let me see. Right. Right. Whereas ours are just all rulers.
Yeah, and we have to somehow get that group. And I don't know what that is.
Jared, do you have earplugs in?
I do. Should I take them out?
I don't know because I don't think I hear you.
You can't hear me?
It's echoing. No, I can't. It's echoing like so much.
Okay, I took it out. Yeah, I can hear my.
All right. Well, I'm gonna think. I have to get up there and do it. So you guys start again.
Okay.
What?
So are we restarting, or do we want to do like a phone call?
I don't know. What do you want to do? I can't even talk.
Let's restart. And if it doesn't work, we'll call.
Okay.
Perfect.